Hey guys, it's me. It's Tim from Tim on Jordan on Wrestling. I did that wrong. It's Tim and Jordan on Wrestling. And I'm back again with another Wrestlemania review. This time, it's episode 5 because it's Wrestlemania 5. And we'll be looking at this as the Mega Powers Explode. This one was live from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And that is home of, well, quote-unquote Trump Plaza, but not actually Trump Plaza, for the second year in a row. With, of course, Donald Trump watching on from the stage. Before we start off, I'm going to do a little fun facts about the show, and little fun facts about the show that we could comment on right here. And like I don't know if there's much of a background about this show, but the show again featured Morton Downey Jr. and also Donald Trump. They're the two main guests. The reception of the show was declared the worst major wrestling show of 1989 by the Wrestling Observer newsletter, which is quite a bad little thing rep there. And let's see if I share my opinion, because let's get into the show. So starting off, our first match of the night was Hercules. Actually, this is a 40-match show. This is crazy. It was a 4-hour show. Let's get into it. Hercules defeated King Haku. Kind of cool to see these two big men at each other's throats. And Hercules, Jesus Christ, big guy. To be honest, I don't really think much of this. Haku is a bit of a weird person to choose as the King of the Ring, so I don't know. But a nice little match to start off with. The Twin Towers versus the Rockers. The Rockers, of course, are Shawn Michaels and Jamari Johnny, and the Twin Towers win, which is, I think, was a bad booking decision, to be honest. Yeah, I would like to see the Rockers go over in that one, but it was kind of weird. Anyways, third match, Brutus BK versus Ted DiBiase. With Virgil, of course. This match was just not great, to be honest. It went 10 minutes, so it was alright, but I don't know, I never really got into this match. I was never really that big of a fan of Ted DiBiase, to be honest. Got major heat in this one, but that one ended a double countout, which I guess that's a pretty vicious feud going on there. Yeah. The Bushwhackers versus the Fabulous Rougeaus, which, if you've never heard of them, you're in the same boat as me, because I've never heard of them. But yeah, they had a encounter. Bushwhackers win. Yeah, Bushwhackers. Mr. Perfect versus the Blue Blazer. The Blue Blazer we all know as Owen Hart. And that match, we saw Mr. Perfect triumph in a really nice short little technical feud. I wish most of the matches were like this, you know, straight to the point. Good wrestling, good technicality. This was definitely the best match so far on the show. Then it kind of went downhill because the next match was Demolition versus the Powers of Pain. To be honest, it was a fun little thing with Mr. Fuji joining in, but my God, it dragged really bad. The Powers of Pain, who actually lost, fair enough, because you've never really heard of them, because the Warland Barbarian, they're just not great wrestlers, to be honest. Mr. Fuji was, yeah, he wasn't in much. I hate those kind of stupid, to be honest. And Demolition won. So yeah, Demolition, go Demolition. Again, I'm never really a big fan of Demolition. I'm not really a big fan of many people on the show, except for, of course, Mr. Perfect so far. Then, 7th match was Dino Bravo versus Ronnie Garvin. Not much to say, 3-minute match, little short one, don't really care. The Brainbusters versus Strikeforce was next, and the Brainbusters, decent little affair. This is a decent match, to be honest. I liked it. The Brainbusters went over, the right team went over, and we saw basically the disillusion of the team of Strikeforce after Rick Martel was hit by Tito Santana and believed to take offense from it. Yeah, obviously Tito Santana accidentally hit him, and it was a great little turn because we all know that Rick Martel, a decent guy on the mic, so you know he was able to cut a little nice promo afterwards, and that was really cool. Well, he's not a decent guy on the mic, but I was like, a nice little promo afterwards, to be honest. It's a weird decision, but I don't know. It's got kind of a weird choice, to be honest, but I thought it was a nice little intrigue. That would continue on, and then we have Jake Roberts versus Andre the Giant in a... this match was just a nothing match, to be honest. Jake Roberts with the snake. What can I say? Yeah, this match just never really got into gear, just like the match Andre the Giant had earlier at WrestleMania 1. I would say that this one was worse, actually, to be honest. It was like a rip-off of that one. Andre the Giant, as a heel, it just kind of feels wrong in my mind, you know, with Bobby Heenan there. I know, obviously, he's alright at it, but I just like him as a face, to be honest. He gets such a nice crowd reaction. It's almost like a waste to put him as a heel, to be honest. So, yeah, I was kind of disappointed about that. And the match, yeah, I never really got into gear, like I said. And, to be honest, Jake Roberts winning, that was... yeah, wasn't the greatest of circumstances, so I can't really say much. The Hart Foundation in the 10th match versus Rhythm and Blues. The Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine, the Hart Foundation, of course, win that one. Then Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior. Actually, a decent match, to be honest. And this is for the Intercontinental Championship. Rick Rude wins, becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. Of course, a little bit of shenanigans there with Bobby Heenan, of course. A little bit of chicanery. And I like the finish. Jim Duggan versus Bradley Brown. That was in disqualification. Nothing else to say about that. And for some reason, the match to build up to the main event, the very penultimate match, the Red Rooster versus Bobby Heenan. And yeah, of course, sorry about that little voice crack there. Red Rooster wins in 30 seconds. Stupid ass thing. How many times has Bobby Heenan appeared in the show? Also, just to comment out before we get to the main event, there was a little segment with Roddy Piper and I believe Morton Downey Jr. And that was just Morton Downey, I think, or whatever the hell his name is, Morton Downey Jr. That was just a weird thing. Went on way too long. I like to see Randy. Of course, I like to see Roddy Piper, but the segment could have been cut down immensely. I think Roddy Piper was good, but there wasn't just enough in that to cover that amount of time. You could tell there was a lot of filler in this show. Let's get to the main event though, because this was exciting little affair, and it was Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage. Of course, this is where the Mega Powers exploded. What do I think of this match? I think it was too long for what it was, to be honest. But if it had been a bit shorter, a bit more concise, to the point, it would have been all right. Yeah, I think there was a decent little affair here, and I liked the way. I don't know. I liked the way Randy Savage got his bit of offense on, and I did feel he was a bit overshadowed by Hulk Hogan. Obviously, kind of always is, to be honest. Yeah. But for what it was, again, a little bit disappointing. Just like the show, just quite disappointing, to be honest. I think it had a good basis for what it could have been. You know, there was just, it wasn't really carried out. I think the first thing they should have done was lowered it down to 10 matches as a maximum, and really extended out some of the matches like Hart Foundation, Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, give them their chance to shine and really benefit off that. And then, of course, that little mid-segment with Roddy Piper could have been shortened down a good bit. So everything really is shortening down, to be honest, and it would have made it a whole lot better. Yeah, I think it just needed to. Even the main event, you know, Roddy Savage is known for his great matches, but this one, maybe it was just, I was distracted while watching it or something like that, but I don't know, I never really I got invested in it, yeah, but I never felt it was an amazing match. So, again, yeah, a little bit disappointing, to be honest, in the Mega Powers, because that feud was building a long time. Anyways, that's Wrestlemania 5, and I know we were going to do like 5 out of 5 for each match, but again, I'm first of all, I'm going to give Wrestlemania 1, which I saw, which I reviewed earlier. I didn't give a review for that. I'm going to give that a 3 out of 10. Now, it was a solid show, to be honest. There was nothing really good about it, nothing bad about it, so I'd say that. Wrestlemania 5, on the other hand, to be honest, just so much filler in the show. I'm gonna have to give it a 2.5 out of 5. So yeah, to be honest, not as good as WrestleMania 1. To be honest, I know that's kind of crazy because WrestleMania 1 was just but to be honest, just not really anything to comment on. To be honest, yeah, yeah, just wasn't there really. So yeah. What do I think? Next time I'll be reviewing WrestleMania 7. Jordan will be up with WrestleMania 6 tomorrow. So yeah, that's cool. Sorry for this going on again very long. I have just a lot of things I want to say. But that's it, guys. See you all next time.